The home is 38 years old, and it was just time, and even I think what we had was not up to current codes, and we had grandchildren, and with the rails, we wanted to make sure they weren't going to test themselves going through the rails. So that was one piece, and of course 38 years old, we thought it was time. We ended up going to the home show, and I think I'll applaud the team that was there, particularly Perry. We were able to go from vendor to vendor and see what was going on and what features and they had. And for us, we were actually looking for a right-sized local company. I mean, we see the advertising out there from some of the bigger companies, and we weren't necessarily interested in working with them. We wanted somebody local, somebody with some pride and heart in their quality and what they did, and Perry was able to communicate that at the trade show. First of all, he told us about Property Revolution and then showed us the products that they used, and we felt like we really got the right company. So yeah, it was a good fit. And the next step was he showed up here. He came in with samples, and featured. You take a look at the top rails and bottom rails and such, and the inner structure of things. I mean, it was important. Saw different options on the quality of the deck boards, and we did upgrade to a little bit better board. We figured we're going to be doing this one time, and that's going to be it. So we went through all those details, and they had really, for the most part, all the features that we really wanted to have in our deck. And to be proof here, you'll see how beautiful it looks. First of all, they started taking off the old one, and I was fortunate to be around when they were doing it, and I was amazed by the crew. The deck here is 35 feet long, and they did it in half a day. So it was amazing to watch them do it. And so the demolition was a big part of it, and then once they got it going, I think they had codes they had to meet, and inspectors had to come out at certain phases along the way. And once they got the green light, they ended up getting after it. So it was awesome to watch. We get to look at this every day, and to have this now be a big part of our social life, it makes a big difference. But boy, we get the boat traffic, and they come really close, and it's mostly pontoons putting along, and they see what's going on, and they of course know us for the most part. But what a beautiful structure you're building. It looks awesome, and it complements the home really well too. Really the package that they put together, and that was Perry, part of that consultation. And the value, again, trying to make sure that we were getting a good value for the services that were being provided, but not just being a price. We weren't conscious of buying the cheapest, price, which is easy to do sometimes, but as you know, sometimes you get what you pay for. So we felt that what they built, what they did service-wise, structure-wise, and price-wise was very good. A great value, no question about it. I come back to, getting the next step was the construction, was the team that came out here. I'm going to give Brandon the shout out here. He was our project manager that was here. Wow, what a great construction knowledge that he has. But the biggest thing was he has a great personality that gets along with his team, and his team puts everything out for him because he's a good leader. So again, that's the next step. It's one thing that you can buy it, it's another thing to get it installed, and these guys were awesome in doing what they did. And then afterwards, the cleanup, every night they cleaned up, they swept up, they got all the things out of the way, they made the site safe. I thought that was a big deal. And then they were conscious of, whether it was plants or flowers or grass or whatever, and at the end of the day, it was a safe, secure place. And then afterwards, I was dumbfounded by it, but they power washed everything, and both not only the deck itself, but the structures below. And who does that? Who does that? What a great service, and a nice way to end the construction process. So it went extremely well, and couldn't be more happy. You know, it's one thing that you choose it. It's another thing that is it the right company, and heck yes, we got the right company. 5-star all the way, and if I could give them a 20-star, I'd give them that too. So great people and a great company. So I recommend it surely for everyone.